2, 1.
My name is Debbie Clack. I'm the Activity and Transportation Director here at Grayson Manor. I've been here 15 years. Started out as a nurse aide, a receptionist, then moved to activities and then transportation, and then stayed with both, and they gave me both of them. My job title I just gave to you. We take people on medical runs. We also take people to visit their families, or if there is a death, we take them to the funeral home or wherever we have to go with them. That's part of our transportation. Then in the summer, we take them fishing. We have gone to the detention center to fish. We've gone to the city park to fish. We've gone out to a pay lake to fish. So that's part of our transportation as well. And when the summer gets here, then we do a lot more outdoor activities. How many activities do I do per day? We have 4 listed each day. We try to do one-on-ones in the morning. That's go into the room, sit down, talk to them, see if there's anything they need or they want, anything that we can do for them. We also do the weights, so while we're weighing them, we get to talk to them about their families and everything as well. Our bingo, we have just started 5 days of bingo. We do bingo on Mondays and Fridays, 8:30 to 9 in the mornings. We play for money. And one of my biggest benefactors for quarters is John Tom's. He usually brings me anywhere from $15 to $30 a week and donates it to the bingo fund. And especially if one of the residents will stop him and say, "We don't have money for bingo. We're playing for prizes and we don't have money." I'm like, "John, that's not true. Don't listen to him." I have plenty of money. But we play Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays from 2:30 to 3 o'clock. We play on Tuesday for prizes. Then we play Wednesdays for food and Thursdays for free. So they have a good time with bingo, and that's the main activity everybody wants to play. Everybody wants to do. The ones that are in the room, bedfast, can't come out, we usually sit and talk to them, hold their hands, rub their backs, comfort them in some way, so that they know someone's there with them. Then, how do we get volunteers? That is a good question. I'm working on that now. I'm trying to set up a volunteer program through the community. I have had some suggestions to put an ad in the newspaper that we would like to have outside help. If anyone would like to volunteer 30 minutes to an hour of their time a day, or once a week, or 3 times a week, whatever. So, do they receive anything in return? If so, what? Well, yes, I have a volunteer dinner that I can do for them, and luncheon that I can set up, and I will set up, and when I get my new activity room, it'll all be in there. So I'm looking forward to that. That's part of our renovations. So, then I usually give them a little gift or a token. And then sometimes the residents will even make them, like at Valentine's, they'll make cards and give to people who have come in. Or St. Patrick's Day, we'll have them draw a shamrock and write something on it. And if they can't write it, we write it for them, but we let them color them, and we cut them out for them if they can't cut them out. But that's something that they like to do. How do I get the community involved? Just like that. For instance, when we want to go fishing, I call the jail. I talk to the jailer, then I talk to the game warden. I always have to have the game warden's approval. Then I have to write a letter to the commissioner of game wardens in Frankfort, so I can get us all on the list. So if we do get notice from the game wardens outside the county, then they know that we're legal and that we've had permission to fish. So they don't have to have a fishing license, and neither do we. So that works. Yes, the employees do donate time. A lot of them will help. As instance, this afternoon, Steph was out on a run, and there's 3 people in my department. There's Stephanie Decker and Clara Chambers that works with me. Clara is activity assistant. Stephanie is mainly my transportation person. That's what she was hired for, but she does activities with us when she's in the building. Brenda, our housekeeping supervisor, does donate her time. She will play bingo with us. She'll help us get people up to the lobby for movies. She'll help with popcorn. And, and we do movies and popcorn, and we have all kinds of church groups come in. Let me go over my calendar real quick with you. On the first Monday of the month, we have the Decker family that comes in to sing. Now, they've had a lot of family members here, so they bring their guitars and they come and play and sing for them on Monday nights, and that's the first and third Mondays. On the third Tuesday of the month, we have Lone Star and Yeoman Church that comes. They do hot chocolate in church, and then they bring homemade cookies. So I have a lot of participation. If you put food with any activity, you're going to get a lot of people to come. Food or money, that persuades everybody around here just about. Every Wednesday, except for our fourth Wednesday, we have Clearview Baptist Church coming, Hanging Rock and Little Clifty Church, New Freedom Church comes. Then every Friday we have Clarkson Church of Christ, and every Saturday we have Brother Mason, who is our facility pastor. He comes every Saturday morning and does church for an hour with them. And then he comes several times throughout the week to meet and greet. And if anyone's sick, he prays with them and the family. And then he also goes to the funeral homes to see the families when, they do expire. So,
Okay.
let's see, we have movie and popcorn on Fridays, all except for the second Friday. That is our Valentine's Day party this year and our birthday party. It falls on the 12th. So, or no, it's the 13th. We're going to do it on the 13th. I have a sentimental reflection videos that I will play. They're an hour long. And we'll put the residents in the lobby and we'll start it. And it takes them down memory lane of when the first steam locomotive was invented. Do you remember the telephone? Because we do have some seniors here that are over 100.
Wow.
So, they were here when things were created.
Mm-hmm.
That, they saw the car, they saw the telephone, they saw it all.
Wow.
And they were born during that time and remember those things. They don't remember a whole lot of what happened last week, last year, whatever, but they can go back. Their long-term memory is still intact. Their short-term kind of gets jumbled every once in a while.
Okay.
But they do remember past presidents. You may ask them what year it is, and they'll say, oh, it's 1939, and so-and-so was president then, and, this is what we do, and this is where we go, and so we're just like, okay, no problem. And we'll ask them if they've ever heard of Barack Obama, and they're like, who is he? Well, he's the president today. So, and some of them, they remember, but some don't.
Wow.
And so,
Okay.
let me see. Oh, the background checks. Steph. We do have background checks done on people when you fill out your applications. Then you have to be fingerprinted now. We have actually got the new fingerprinting that goes in automatically to any of the databases. Then they will do a thorough background check through the mail, as well as your fingerprints. Then you go through a drug test, and all that will show up whenever, if you've got anything against you. Anyone with a felony cannot work here, because we do take care of the frailest people in society today. So, we can't put them in harm's way.
Right. Absolutely.
How's communication within Grayson Manor? We're all right. We find a way to communicate everything that goes on. Usually through our intercom system is how everybody knows about our activities. Through my newsletter that I was doing, which I'm going to pick back up as soon as I can. But I did a monthly newsletter that told everybody every single thing that we did. So like at Christmas time, when we was getting ready to have our giant meal and banquet for the families and the residents, I would put that in my newsletter, plus the menu, plus everything that was going on that night. And then we have all the families to come in and eat with their loved ones that are here.
Okay.
So,
Great.
My decisions affect your program. CEO. Our board members meet once a month. They discuss things that are going on, our renovations, how things are going with the care inside the nursing home as well as outside, things that are going on in the community. Maybe they could get us involved with someone, or they have someone they want to recommend to come here.
Okay.
Our board members meet with us as well. They'll come in just out of the blue, walk down the halls, meet and greet people. If you didn't know they were a board member, you wouldn't know who they were, but they are. And some of them want to be anonymous, so they can feel free to ask questions and see how people react.
How many are there?
We have 7 board members.
Okay.
Johnny on the spot. I might be able to get them all, but I'm not
That's okay.
sure. But we do have 7 board members. That's who runs Grayson Manor.
Okay. Are they
We have
local?
a board of directors, yes.
Okay.
They're all within Grayson County. Yes, they're all within Grayson County. I'd think a minute there, but yeah, they all are.
And those are chosen randomly in the community, or do they volunteer, or are they business members, or what
Some
connection
of
do
them,
they have?
Mr. Williams has been on the board ever since Grayson Manor was built, I think. I think he was chairman of the board, or at least one of the board members, but he is now our chairman of the board. We have 2 board members that have stepped up and took places of their spouses that have been board members in the past and passed on.
Mm-hmm.
They've come to step into their shoes. One was a man, one was a woman. We got a new gentleman from St. Paul area. He was talking to one of our former board members that lived next door to him. They had to retire because of health issues. And he said, how do I go about getting elected? And he said, you have to meet with the chairman of the board and talk to them, and then they'll put it to a vote. And they do, checks, background checks, just like we do.
Right.
So,
Okay. So there's a process.
He was nominated or elected by the board
Okay.
to be a member. I don't really think you have to be anyone in particular. If you're interested in being a board member, I think you just have to meet with the board members and follow a criteria that they have, or answer their questions and things that they've got for you.
Okay.
Then you go through the due process of being put in place. So.
Okay.
But Joey could tell you more.
Okay.
Geez, I think that's about all your questions.
Okay.
Now, what struggles do we see at the Manor? That one, there's a lot of struggles here. Staffing issues. Sometimes we're overstaffed. We get to send people home randomly. If they want to go home, they put their name in a pot. We pull it out and send them home. Other times we're short-staffed because people have quit or moved on to other jobs or something else, and then we have to restart our classes, and then we have to get people certified and get them hired again and get them trained. Struggles. That's about the most, other than just not having enough family to come and visit. That is a big struggle, not only for us, but for the the residents here, the patients. A lot of them don't have family members anymore. They're the only child. They're the only person left in their family. So we're their family, and they look at us that way. When they get ready to leave, some of them get to go home. And when they do, they say, gosh, we're going to miss you all. Because we've gotten used to you. We've been used to you being our family, and now we're going back to the community. And some of them just moved from this wing, which is skilled. Mm-hmm. We have 72 skilled beds, 30 non-skilled, which is actually personal care. They do the most of their own care. They can get up and go to the dining room. They can dress themselves, go to the bathroom. They need minimal help with their medications, with their bathing, things like that. Mm-hmm. But a lot of them over there make their beds, clean their rooms. They straighten their own rooms up. They don't want anybody in there doing it. Of course, the housekeepers have to go in still getting clean, but they still do it too. Mm-hmm. We got one little lady that she uses a dust mop on her floor every morning. She straightens her rug. She makes her bed. And then she sits down and reads her paper or a book.
That's great.
So, but a lot of them are just used to us. They have struggles because they don't have families, so we fill in when we can.
What would you tell the community, if anybody asks about Grayson Manor?
It's a wonderful place to work. It's a wonderful place for your family member to be, and there's a lot of love and kindness here. There's care. There's heart.
Okay. Well, it's quite obvious that you enjoy working
I
here
love my job.
and that you do love your job.
I do. I love it.
Okay.
I love the people. I said I can work with children and I can work with the elderly.
Right.
I love, they're just innocent.
Right.
But they're honest. Oh, Lord. They'll tell you some days what you look like in no uncertain terms.
Well, I'm sure it's never a dull moment.
It is not. No. We always have livelihood here.
Okay. All right. Well, I thank you for your time, and that will conclude our interview. Thank you so much.
Thank you. You're welcome.